So this is what you want, huh? Me talking about my deepest secrets, my biggest fears, my little demons that go like this. Going to concerts, easy, simple. No one cares. There's a lot of people. Going to a bar by yourself, on the other hand, it's a different level of being alone publicly. The first time I did that, I sat outside at the bar. There was like some chairs outside. I sat there, and some show ended. There was like 20 18-year-olds around, and I just drank my beer there and stared, and I felt uncomfortable. So I stayed for like 10 minutes and left. That's my first experience. You'd think you never do it again. No, you persevere. You insist. You'll go out there alone and you'll have fun. You hear me? So the second place I went to, I still sat outside with a beer, and I saw an acquaintance. And this is the best case scenario of going outside alone, is the possibility of meeting someone so that you're not alone. If you have an acquaintance and he sees the terror, the sheer terror on your face, and he goes like, "Hey sweetie, do you want to join us? Are you here alone? Oh sweetie, do you want to join us? You don't gotta sit all by yourself." So that was very nice of him. I joined him and his buds. We talked. We had a good time. I went home and was like, okay, this is a good outing. Third time. Went to a third place. And I was told, if you're alone, you gotta sit at the bar. That's how you show people you're alone and interested in conversation. So I sat at the bar and left in like 15 minutes because no one was there and I felt awkward and I left. But still, a beer, that's nice to gulp down, I guess. Do I like beer? Do I like booze? So for the fourth time I went to a bar, it was good. It was a nice time. It was the first occasion in my life where I hit on a girl publicly outside. And that is something I think most men fear, unless you're like a super Chad, super tall, super hot guy, and then it's kind of like, I know, you're used to living a different life. But I sat at the bar, and a lady came in, and she also sat at the bar alone, and I was like, okay, I think this is how this works. I looked at her. She looked at me, and I was like, she looking at me? And then I went and sat with her, and I was like, hey, are you waiting for a date? And she was like, no, can I join you? She said, yeah. And it was a really nice time. Now, apparently I picked the one woman who's like 40 and in the midst of a divorce, but it was a great conversation. She talked about all her trauma. I love that. I'm a sick guy. She told me like, you know, this isn't like first date conversations. And I was like, it's not? What am I supposed to talk about? What you did in school? I don't care. I don't go to school anymore. So I gave her my number. And I went home and it was nice. It was like, okay, that was a pretty fucking great first interaction for doing something you fear doing your entire life. Now, this whole doing things alone thing is a result of me being a human being who's inside all day working on a computer for the past decade. And usually I have a girlfriend, which takes care of most of my social proclivities. Is proclivities like a horny word? But sometimes they end the relationships, and then you're like, ah, shit, who am I? Who the fuck am I? What do I do with my life? So what I decided to do with my life is to be more outside and try and create more human interactions with others, because if not, I'll go cuckoo. But I do admit that making these videos give me a strange sense of stolen valor when it comes to being alone. Because I feel like my type of being alone is sort of self-inflicted, because people do like me and enjoy my company, I feel like, mostly. But I have a hard time demanding anything. Like my presence, asking people to do things for me, anything that puts me at a place where I gotta ask for something from someone. I try to avoid it, which probably also correlates to why I make everything alone. In this room, music, animation, drawings, everything I can do, I'll do it alone. You want to try and help me with something? Sorry, I don't want your help. I want to do it alone, so I control everything. So everything is me. It's me, 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 me. Is that cool? Is that a good trait? Do you find that appealing about me? So yeah, guys, I'm starting this weird fight club thing, but instead of fighting, we just do things alone. So I want all of you to go outside to a bar alone and just sit there and stare. Make people uncomfortable. Okay, it's not your job to make people not uncomfortable, right? So yeah, doing things alone, bar edition. Going to a bar, I gotta give it, I don't know, you can't really give it a score because there's too many changing variables. Some nights it might suck. Other nights it might be great. It depends on the people and your ability to make connections. But I recommend it. Thanks, guys. Next time I'm gonna be going to a cemetery all alone. Let's see how those graves look when you're not with your entire family burying a loved one. Thank you very much to my lovely patrons. God bless you. Please do a like on this video. You're making me ask you. I gotta ask you to do a like. This is a relationship now. Do a like.